Morning. Give me a minute, guys, to check if I'm live or not. All right. So it looks like I'm live. So we're gonna go over the fifth week of March. The end of fifth week of March, beginning of April. Another red week this month so far. Well, I'm positive on the month, but the first 3 weeks were green. Last 2 weeks are red. I lost about, let me see, percentage wise about 3.8%. Dollar amount about 250. Not a big loss, but made some mistakes, did some bad covers. I did some good trades too, or I did let the runners run. That was a problem I had previously. In the month, the first 3 weeks, I could have take a lot more profits than I did, but I didn't because I would take the profits way too fast. So we're gonna start with the first one, which is UGRO. Lost basically the most I lost was on this one. One second, please. Rest on Monday, on April, on March 30. Just gonna go there. It had this morning spike. You can see right here. So I decided to short. I started to entry around 25, 26, and I added more on this spike when. Oh, that was a mistake. I should never add more. This is something I'm trying to work on. So, not the best on my end here, but I added, and not only once. I added like 4 times more. So if we're gonna go to the 1 minute chart, we see this beautiful spike right here. So I added from 26 all the way to about 27. No, actually I started at 25, not 26. So I started at 25, added more on the way down right here. It came back to 25. Then it had this spike, so I added more here. And then we have this spike. The next one, I covered for a loss right before the drop. I covered, being afraid of this one going much higher, because as you can see, it has a huge resistance right here level, but it didn't pass this one right here. You never know how high it's gonna go. I thought it will go all the way to 36 basically, that's why. And I was too way, I had so much of a position already, so I cut it for like a percent loss. Not a big deal, but no, actually like 3%, not 3% loss. Later in the day, I did some, the good part is that I was, well, I got back in around here after this beautiful drop. Decided to give it another try. You had this spike, I used the intraday resistance, which was 25, so I got in at 24, risking basically 25. It passed right through that, and I covered on basically almost on top at 27. Here losing another, or here lost like 7%. This one, I mean, the position was smaller. I only lost like 193, about 7% on this one, but yeah, the good part was that I was smaller as the position was on the first trade this year right here. The loss was 148, but the position was way bigger. As you can see, percentage wise, here I lost about 3%, here I lost almost 8, but money wise it's less, so that's good. And then you had this spike right here. If you go really close, you can see you had this weak part, and then it had this spike right here. Well, I got in on the weak part right here, and on this spike, on this little up move, not even a real spike, I guess. Well, I sold quickly, and then it fall, and yet it continued falling. But I had a bigger position here, and I lost the same as on this one, almost $200. Another 3%, about 3%, and that ended the day with a loss of about $600. If I'm gonna look, it's exactly $521 in losses, and about 13% in losses. The next day, same stock, EJRO. More mistakes. It's not the best executions. It was after this spike in the morning, it had this sideways price action right here, so I decided to get in. I got in on good price ranges. I did like, I think like 24, and I added more to the position 25 again, adding to losses. It had to drop, and then it came right back up, and I sold on before the big spike for another loss. It was like 2% loss. The position was even bigger. That's why I sold really quick, because yeah, that was a bigger position. So yeah, I lost about 150 on this one, about 2%. I did go all the way. It's 27. Didn't re-entry, and as you can see, it did. Right after that, it came down again. um I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you get on top, sometimes you get out right before the move. This is training. um Making mistakes and trying to do better next time. That's all we can do. The next one, BIAF. It was on April 1st. This is not a joke. It's not an April Fool's joke, even though I did play it really good. Look at this beauty right here. This beautiful drop. Well, this is a multi-day runner, as you can see right here. It started a long time ago. And if we're gonna go to the 5 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, you can see the whole plays, the whole move. It started weeks ago. And it had trouble passing this level right here, 5. So this is what I played. I played risking around 5 more on the downside, because it was kind of coming down, lower highs, as you can see. Even if we could draw a line, yeah, you can see lower highs. So after the morning spike, you have it right here. It dropped. It reached the top, kind of dropped, and then on this bounce right here, I got in first position, and then once it did go lower, I added. Really important, guys. Adding to winning positions. I added on the way down on this one. So I added more and more, and we have the drop. I didn't have a big position, even though I added twice, because the risk was like 5, and I was trading at about 450. So yeah, even though the stock was coming down, I didn't add a lot, because I started with a small position. And yeah, I added, and the good thing is that I didn't sell here right before the drop. You have all this area right here on around VWAP. So I added more around here, and then I let it run through here, through this sideways price action. It's like a 3 minute, 4 minute, but you just don't want to lose money after a long the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades I lost money on, right? I want to lose money on this one again. So I did let it run, something I should do in the future. And we have the drop, beautiful drop, covered at about 404, right at the bottom. I mean, not at 4, like 404, 405. I covered. It had this beautiful bounce. It go a little lower. It didn't go a lot lower. There's a little more money here to be made, I guess, on the bounce. I guess maybe trading, re-entering later. Maybe that's something I should work on for the next, also for the next months, weeks. But yeah, this one was a beauty. Made like 10%. I wasn't that big. If I was bigger, I could have made a lot more, but yeah, 10%. I made about actually I made exactly $388.80 on this one. 10%, big percentage wise. It was, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's good. 10% is not bad. So yeah, 10% here. And the last trade I made was April 2nd. We're gonna go to April 2nd. It was also BIAF, low volume. This one I sold a little early. Got in around 402, about here. And as you can see, it had no volume all this period. I didn't like it, so I sold about here. After this drop, it continued higher. I didn't like that, being afraid of a spike, basically breaking these levels, risking for one, and sold right before. Even on low floats, but yeah, I sold right before the drop. I guess I could have made more. I mean, like 0.75%, 0.75%, not even a percent, but $30. I wasn't that big in the trade, also because of low volume. Was I actually? Actually, I was big on this one. Yeah, I was even bigger here than the day before. Yeah, these low floats are don't make good trades, I guess, because when the breakout happens, intraday breakout, it's really hard to get out. So that's something definitely I should definitely look at in the future. This case wasn't a loss. That's good. Alright, so that's it for the week. Let me go over the month. Like I said, in the month you can see the first week of March if you want to see the month. The first week of March I made about $923. Beautiful first 4 days of the week, Monday to Thursday. Friday did loss. I lost about a third of the whole week. Yeah, bad trade on Friday. If you want to see more details, you can go on the first week of March. Then the second week started really good with great profits. Friday again, lost money. Didn't lose a lot, but only $40. Only lost like maybe 10%, not even 10%, like 7% of the week. So yeah, another good week. Third week of March, again, all green days for the whole week. Not big days, but green days. Made anywhere from 46 up to 250 a day. Yeah. For a total of about 700 that week. Then the next week, lost money. Started the week with a loss of $75. I had 2 red days, about 150 each day, and then on Friday again. What's wrong with Fridays? It lost like 940 on the fourth week of March. Again, you wanna see, you can go back and see that specific video. And the 5th week we just covered it. Overall for the month, made about $885.57. Percentage wise, let's go over percentage wise. Alright, because I'm trying to see average win, biggest profit. Okay, yeah, okay, I can give you the average win was about $143. Average loss was about 131. Good. Biggest profit was 480. Biggest loss for the month, of course. Biggest loss was $508. I had 21 trading days. Out of 21, 15 was positive. Made money on 15 days, lost money on 6 days. The total winning was about 3,000. Lost about 2,200. So we have the profit of 885. And if you go percentage wise, okay, then it's about 1%. Oh, my bad. All right, no, this is not for the month. I was confused because I know it should show something different. All right, so for the month, percentage wise, I made 64%. What does that mean? That means that I made 64% on the average of each position I had. Well, does it matter? Yeah, I think so. Oh, no, my bad. Okay, yes, I'm wrong on that. Definitely wrong. The sum of all the profits and losses, percentage wise, it's 64%. The average is 1.16. Not even sure what to do with this information. Probably not a big. Well, we can see the position value actually. Well, maybe, or no, it doesn't. The position value, the average of the position value, it's about 4,500. Yeah, I guess not that much to look at there. Well, all I can do this time just hope. I mean, not hope. Get better for better weeks. For a better April. Definitely needs to work more on letting the runners run, adding 2 winners, not 2 losers. I should make some rules now. Well, it did work a couple of times. If you want to see when it worked, you can look at the previous weeks. It did work a couple of times, adding to losing positions, but then it doesn't, and you can always get back in later for sometimes at a better price. So yeah, I should work on that, cutting losses quickly, as quick quick as possible, as soon as it goes against me, I guess. And just really go big on winners, adding on winners. All right, that was it. You guys have a good day, good week, good month. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you think there is something I should look at more, I think there's some mistakes I'm making. Maybe you see them, I don't, and you want. So let me know about that. Sure, you can also leave them in the comments. Why not have the first comment? Because you would be first to leave a comment on the video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and you have a great day, great week, great month. Take care.